Hello Capricorn, Elsie here to do your reading, my friends. It is for the week ahead. Let's take a look at it. We're going to take a look at some oracles, then we're going to take a look at some tarot, of course. That's what we do here, right? We like to mix the energies, or I do anyway. Thank you so much for being here, for clicking here. I hope to see you in the comments. Thank you for the thumbs up. It is up to you. You are responsible for building this Capricorn tribe here. Thank you so much for doing that. I appreciate you. Let's take a look at the week ahead, please, Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me what is coming up for Capricorn. What is coming up for Capricorn? All right. We have suffering in silence, Capricorn. Interesting. So it does feel like there is something that you're in contemplation about. I want to say that for some of you, you're on this beautiful healing journey lately, Capricorn. And I want to say that for some of you, you still are looking back into the past, suffering in silence, wishing it could have been different. Why couldn't it have been different? I don't think you're going back there. I think you're done with that, but I feel like your energy is still pointed there. I feel like you're still looking in a little bit into the past, past these. I want to say that this person is sitting here on this rock. They're on the top of an obstacle. I want to say they're on the top of sort of a mountain, or on the top of, it seems like a bit of a cliff or something. And we have these in the background. I want to say that this person is now past these obstacles that are in the past, but they're still looking back there. They're still like, gosh, I wish it could have been different. I wish this whole situation could have been different. I want to say that you're not going to be here for much longer in this energy of looking back, because this is card number 9, and we all know that 10 is the end of the cycle. So I feel like although you've been suffering in silence for a while, my friend, I feel like this energy of looking back there and wishing it could have been different, even though you know it couldn't have been, it's time for you to move forward here. We've got Triumph, and Triumph is the Chariot energy in this deck. And so it feels like, just like I said, it feels like you're at card number 9 here. You're the 9s, the 10s are the ends of the cycle, and it's time for you to stop suffering in silence. I feel like you're going to break away from this energy of suffering in silence here. You're going to break away, and I think you're just going to head out here for some victory, because really that's what the Chariot is about. It's about getting everything together enough, like you usually see in the regular tarot. You'll see 2 horses going separate directions. It's time to balance your energies, feminine and masculine, and decide what it is that you're going to do moving forward here, because you are moving forward quickly, and I think you're moving away from this whole suffering in silence gig here. We have Intuition, which is the High Priestess. And so I know that you know that it's time for you to move on. Your gut has been telling you it's time to move past the doorway. It's time to settle. Yeah, settle and listen to your intuition, I feel. For some of you, you could be someone who is quite psychic. Like maybe you're a Capricorn sun, but you have some psychic energy in the moon or the rising, or maybe, wherever it falls, sun, moon, rising, Venus, or Jupiter. Maybe you have some psychic energy, but listen, everybody has intuition. We all do, every single person. Now, whether we listen to it or let the world drown that out is up to us. I feel like your gut is telling you that it's time to go, and I think you're on the precipice of letting go of something in the past here. Recognition and reward. So what is coming up here is some sort of an opportunity, or the opportunity to collaborate. Recognition and reward is you're going to be noticed by other people for the way that you have come through this whole situation. Now, for some of you, I don't know what is in the past, what those obstacles were in the past here, but it feels like you wished it could have been different, and so that's why you're still looking back that way. That's what it feels like here. Let's get with some tarot first, and then we will throw some of these signs of the time oracles, and we'll clarify and see what's going on here. Tell me about Capricorn, please, for the week ahead. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Capricorn. If you are interested in a private read, Capricorn, please look below this video. You will be able to click on the link that says more in order to find a link that is going over to Wizio. And by the way, there is a 10% off in Wizio right now. My private readings are all 10% off. They will be from now until 25th of 25th of February. So if you want to get in on some sort of a love read, all of my readings, every one of them are 10% off. All right, here we go. Suffering in silence. There you are in the dark, right? In the moon energy. Now, the thing is this, is when we're pulling out of vibrations, Capricorn, when we're in a vibration with somebody and we choose to pull out of it because we need to go to a place where they can't go, we still end up doing this kind of cha-cha, this dance back and forth. It's like you get out of the vibration and then you look back there and then you maybe want to try it again. And look, I've done it. Everybody does it. We try going back there and then we realize that once we see it, we can't unsee it. And it feels like you're going to leave it in the distance. But I feel like right now for some of you, you might be in a bit of a cha-cha, kind of like, I know that I'm in this vibration. I know I'm past this, but I'm just going to dip into my foot into the pool to see if the water's still good. Like it feels like the moon energy is telling me that the feelings that you have as you look back and wished it could have been different, if you can't learn the lesson, all it is suffering. When we come up against hard things in our life, and all of us do, it does not matter what the thing is. If we cannot learn the lesson from it, Capricorn, it's just going to be suffering. So I feel like you are feeling sort of in the dark, wishing it could have happened differently. We've got Piscean and Cancer energy here. It feels like you are really feeling it in your gut and knowing that you can't go back there. You've already overcome this obstacle, and I feel like it feels like a sad moment here, suffering in silence. It feels like a sad moment, but I want to say that this isn't exactly how it seems. You're I feel feeling it, right? This is water energy, so I feel like you're feeling it quite intensely. But I do believe that by the time we pass through the next full moon, I believe that you're going to be totally, completely pulled away from that energy you keep looking back at. I don't think you're going back there. I think that it's just that you're stuck to it energetically in the mind here. Tell me where we're going to have triumph for Capricorn, please. We do have the Hermit energy. So the triumph is wisdom. I love that. You are gaining wisdom over the situation. You are willing to turn your back to this feeling of, I wished it could have been different. The truth is it's not different, right? It never can be different. It was supposed to be the way it was supposed to be because you were supposed to learn a lesson from this karmic situation, whether that was a relationship, and that could be a platonic or a love relationship, but it could also be a job, right? Take it as it resonates. Tell me about intuition, please. What do we need to know about intuition for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter? We have the Ace of Swords in the reverse. So I want to say that you're going within and you're really not speaking to people about this. I feel like you are sort of suffering in silence, right? As it indicates on the card, you're suffering alone and you're trying to gain clarity through intuition, through the self. I think you'll get it, and please give yourself time. This sort of thing does not happen overnight. We do have the Knight of Wands. I want to say that once you get through this energy of listening to your gut, figuring out what it is you need to figure out, getting some clarity that you don't have right now, I feel like things start to move a little quicker. The Knight of Wands is here. Just going to throw a couple of these oracles in, and although this is for the week ahead, these couple of oracles are going to be for the information that is just a little bit further to that, right? So we are already the 17th. This is going to be around the 14th, right? And so this will be a little further to that. Let's find out what else we have for you, Capricorn. We have messages, a feather. So for some of you, that means that you will be getting messages from heaven. We have card number 7. And for me, 7s are all about heaven, about divine intervention, divine things. The universe is on your side. You, I feel, will be getting signs and symbols. For this particular one, it does show a feather. For some of you, you might see a feather. But for others of you, the messages that you're getting is going to be numbers, synchronicities, things like that. For some of you, you might get a message once you see a particular sign or symbol. You might be getting a message from someone. What else do we have here? Could be messages from the other side, from people who love you. Maybe you're the one who finds nickels or dimes or pennies or whatever it is on the ground. Somebody is sending those to you. We do have the flamingo. It says fun. Card number 2. Card number 2 is here, and that is your intuition, right? I think your intuition is telling you it's time to have fun. You might receive some invitations or messages or indications that it's time for you to begin to be more social. And just looking at the flamingos, and it's very interesting that I learned something. I mean, there's messages and there's lessons everywhere if you want to learn them. One thing I learned about flamingos the other day is that the ones that are really dark pink like this, those are the males. And the ones that are barely colored pink, those are the females. And why? Because the female literally is drained of their energy as they do everything that they do, right? When they give birth and, and all that stuff that females have to do. So it is the ones that are dark pink. Those are the ones that are less burdened. I'm going to say those are the males, right? We have a lightning and disruption. So it feels like as we go into probably after the 14th, getting into around the 20th, that there is going to be some sort of a tower or a disruption here. It's going to cause a little bit of lack. And so we've got card number 41. Now the fact that it came out, I'm not gonna leave it there, but the card that comes out, angel numbers and confirmations. And so I want to say that's what I was talking about here. So it's going to be different for all of you. We all receive our own messages in a different way. And for some of us, it's signs and synchronicity. Someone on TV might say something at the same time that you do, in the exact same voice tone. For some of you, it'll be numbers. And I'm not just talking on the clock. That's an easy place to see those numbers. I'm talking about in weird places. For some of you, it will be things like feathers, right? Feathers, birds, animals looking at you weird. All right, so in the moon energy here, we have the 8 of Pentacles. You know what? I think that you're really working on yourself, and that's the only thing that's stopping you from going back and revisiting those obstacles that were in the past. I feel like you have a newfound self-worth because you've been working on yourself a lot. As we've been seeing in the readings coming up to here, Capricorn, you've been working on yourself a lot here. And I feel like your gut is telling you, focus on you. Don't focus on whatever went on in the past. But look, as you're working on yourself, she's looking into the past here. She's like, should I visit that one more time? We have the 5 of Cups in the reverse. And so it's all about no longer feeling the regret about this situation. I feel like once we pull out of a vibration, or maybe we leave a relationship, or we cut off a friendship that's no longer serving us or something like that, sometimes it's easy, automatically we'll go into a bit of regret. I feel like you've already visited that regret, that you are suffering in silence. But I want to tell you that with the 5 of Cups in the reverse is telling me that you are no longer, you're no longer going to feel sorry about situations that didn't work out in your favor here. No longer having regret about a situation. We do have a Tower in reverse. I feel like you are avoiding or trying to sidestep some sort of a very big, massive change. And I think that massive change is probably coming around the full moon. It feels like probably around I think it's the 24th or the 25th, the full moon is. But it feels like you're trying to sidestep a tower, like you're holding things off right now because you're still energetically and in your mind, you're still connected to those obstacles you came over. You overcame some stuff, and I feel like you're feeling lonely. Don't let the loneliness make you go back to a situation that never served you. So I feel like you're not completely closing the door. You're not totally accepting the fact that things must change, and I think that you're trying to sidestep the tower here. With the 5 of Cups in reverse, it's like no more regrets. I can't have any more regrets. And I feel like when you do come to a place where you really truly realize that you can never go back there, you can't go back to the relationship, back to the old job, or back to the family situation where you would be treated in a toxic way, that's when you're going to let the tower fall. But right now you are holding off some sort of a really big change or something that's going to cause a huge upheaval in your life here. Tell me about the Hermit, please. The Hermit is Virgo energy. We do have Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy here. We also have Cancer. We have Pisces here. We have the Page of Wands. So I want to say that you come to some sort of a realization as you are gaining wisdom in the Hermit energy here. It feels like you realize that life is more fun than you've made it out to be, that maybe you've been carrying too much. Maybe you've been carrying a whole lot of stuff. I feel like your Hermit energy is going to be interrupted by somebody who's probably going to contact you, or some good energy, some happy information that's coming your way. I think that this information is going to bust you out of the 2 of Swords, because it feels like what you're not seeing, because this person has their eyes covered, right? Being henpecked by the universe. It feels like it feels like what you don't see is that things are about to get a lot easier or a lot better as soon as you decide to completely and totally turn away from whatever it is that you're ruminating on from the past. So maybe you have hurt feelings and you want to say something, or maybe you just don't want to leave that person back there. You wanted to see them come on your journey, but the truth is not everybody can come on your journey. So what I like to see in my readings is when we see 2 5s, because when I see 1 5, it is about lack. It is about trying to return from lack or come out of lack. When we see the second 5, to me, it's quick change. So I want to say that with the 5 of Wands, it's a little bit of indecision about making decisions. So I want to say with this Hermit energy here, that you've been trying to gain wisdom over the situation where you've been suffering in silence. I feel like there is a message coming to you, or someone, a friend, or somebody who's fun and happy, or just good news is coming to you, and it's going to bust you out of this 2 of Swords energy where you can't make decisions. It's going to bust you out of this energy of feeling blocked or feeling like you can't see the situation for what it is. When this page of Wands energy comes in, the good news or the friend calling, or somebody is trying to get you out of the house because you've been in hermit mode for a while, I feel like you're going to race off to do that. I feel like it's a triumphant time here that you're going to bust out of this 2 of Swords. Tell me about the Page of Wands. What is this good news that is coming for Capricorn, please? You've got somebody here who might be a mentor, someone who's very fun and exciting. The Queen of Wands is just that. This is Sagittarius, Aries, Leo energy. This is your fiery friend, the one who's coming in to help you with some sort of a breakthrough. Somebody here is really excited about life, excited about their life, and it does feel like it's someone that you trust, a mentor, someone coming in to teach you the lesson that there's a reason that you're not going back to this old vibration, and then if you keep moving forward, you are about to have some sort of an exciting breakthrough. I feel like this message that's coming in is from someone who is a mentor. They could be Taurus, they don't have to be, but they could be Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. So it does feel like somebody here is about to bring you some good news or some exciting energy. It's going to bust you out of the 2 of Swords here. Tell me why the Ace of Swords is in the reverse with intuition. It feels like you don't have clarity with your gut. I want to say that you need to depend more on you and less about asking your friends or asking, should I do this or should I do that? You need to decide it within your gut. And I feel like it's almost like you don't really have the clarity that you need on something right now. Tell me why the Ace of Swords is in the reverse, please, for Capricorn. We do have the Magician. We do have the Knight of Wands and the 7 of Pentacles. I think you're going to be okay, because with the Magician, it's like you know that you are Capricorn. You are the Queen of Pentacles. You are the person who is emulating the Empress, right? So if you're not the Empress just yet, you're manifesting being the Empress. And I want to say with the Magician here, you are on your way to that energy here. You do know that you have talents. You're capable, and you are, you're about to fulfill some sort of, you're about to see some sort of a manifestation come in and be fulfilled. So I think that you're supposed to stay on this path, pardon me, of trying to listen to your intuition. The Knight of Wands is a little bit of instability, but it's also things moving really quickly. So I feel that the clarity is going to come with some sort of manifestation that's arriving. The manifestation could come through somebody who is a mentor or a friend that you trust, somebody who is only looking out for you in the very best aspects of your life and wants to see you move forward. We have the 7 of Pentacles here, and I want to say that you've been waiting for some fun. You've been waiting for some excitement. You've been waiting for things to move forward. The Magician energy here tells me it's about to happen. You just don't have clarity on it just yet. So please be patient with the self. Please be patient. There is something good coming here. Some sort of a manifestation. Tell me why the Magician's here. You are moving forward to some sort of a deep connection here. We do have the King of Cups, and the King of Cups does represent love, emotionally available. When the King of Cups is in the upright, is also someone who is quite psychic, who takes care of themselves with meditation and manifestation. They're connected to their source. We do have the Hanged Man. I want to say that this person here might introduce you to someone if you are looking at this at all as a love relationship. It feels like with the 6 of Swords, it feels like you are finally moving on from here, and you are you are moving forward to some sort of a love. Now, when it does show up, I think that you are going to be skeptical. And I think it's always good to have a healthy skepticism. So I feel like the Hanged Man tells me that once this person shows up, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, this person, once they show up, I feel that you're just going to hold off or hold back and think about it. It feels like this person might introduce you to this person. That's what it feels like, that this person, even if they're not Taurus, there's someone who is a spiritual leader. They look at life a little differently than everybody else, than the average person does. This person's awake. This person is awake and is making you excited about moving forward. They might introduce you to this person. You are moving forward into some sort of a maybe for some of you it could be self-love, and this is where you're gonna make the decision to finally let this go. I just want to keep you in a reminder here that the tower here is in the reverse, but the tower here is in the upright. So it does feel to me like going into the end of the month that you finally let this tower fall. This illusion that had been built back there that you wished could have worked out for you, I feel like this tower is about to fall, getting into the later weeks of the month, possibly around the 3rd week of the month. What is the disruption and the lightning for? Because it's breaking down this devil energy. It feels like you have a codependent connection back here of some sort. And the codependent connection is something that you need to allow to come to the ground, to fall to the ground. And so I think with the devil energy here, Capricorn, I feel like the disruption comes within the devil energy, which is someone playing you like a puppet, someone you were codependent with. It feels like it's breaking all of that down. You're walking away from it. I love it. You disconnect from this toxic energy, the one that was holding you to the past. And we have the 8 of Swords. You end up in the 8 of Swords, but look, you end up with the courage you needed to learn this lesson to move forward here. So we do have the Flamingo, which tells me that there's some fun coming up. We do have somebody who's coming in to speak with you, I feel. Someone that maybe you don't have a whole lot of communication or connection with, but it does feel like this person who is very clear, very honest, very factual. They're very perceptive. They're going to see your worth. So we do have somebody who's 2 kings here, somebody who's available emotionally, someone who is in control of their emotions, someone who feels things really deeply, but is also very honest and truthful. And at times they will be heart over head, but they are someone who is also head over heart. So I feel like this person is probably going to see your worth, and this is the person you might be having fun with. Somebody who's halfway to the Emperor energy, because they see you and everything that you are. You are the Empress, in fact. And if you are the Queen of Pentacles right now and not yet the Empress, you just keep manifesting that, and that's what's going to show up for you. We do have the King of Pentacles. Look, we got 3 kings. The only one that is not here is the King of Wands. And so we need someone to step forward, someone to pursue you, someone who is not going to let up, right? So we got all 3 kings here. The last one to show is the King of Wands, who isn't here just yet. So I have a feeling that that's the person that you are meeting, probably someone who is the Emperor, because that's what you'd be calling in if you are the Empress. I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I appreciate you. I'm going to go and I'll be back because I'm always back. Love you. Bye.